everyone. This is your reading for the next 2 weeks. It's happening around the new moon in the sign of Taurus. And I'm using these cards as your main card, as your theme. And these cards are really beautiful and innovative. My brother just gave them to me. Based on the card you've chosen, you get a different singing bowl sound. So I'll start off each of your readings with that, and I think that's very, very special. Welcome back, Group 1. You chose this card, Dylan's Bowl, Saint Germain, Love Beyond Time and Space. And this is your sound. Beneath the deck you have Release, which is the death card, and it talks about an ending. Let's have a look. So your messages here from Dylan's Bowl is love beyond time and space. So there's something very deeply spiritual about this love, whichever it's talking about. But let's see as we read. I see money matters, head matters, practical matters is what I'm seeing here. In the near past, perhaps you were courageous and you took a stand about something. And perhaps, and that taking a stand, I think you took a stand on something that was to do with fairness, like maybe you were not getting your just desserts on something, maybe it's financial matters. And I think that this love beyond time and space was you realizing that you owe it to yourself to show self-love. That's what I'm feeling here. And you took a stand about it. And now you're in the in-between, I feel, with the High Priestess in the reverse. The High Priestess is about secrets, and it can be about secrets and those things, those mysteries of life. And in the reverse, I think that there's something that's opening up to you spiritually. Here, in what you need to think about, you get the 10 of Coins, and the 10 of Coins talks about, it's about financial abundance and happiness and financial abundance. So that's your main theme for the next 2 weeks, is to think about what makes you happy. Perhaps you're doing a lot of planning around how much you need in order to survive, and maybe you're needing to do planning around all of that. And here you get the 6 of Cups in the unconscious, it's in reverse. It's also represents Sag, Temperance here. It's talking about, and there's the angel from Temperance there showing up. Something from the past. I think this whole situation has to do with, well, love. You know, you might be dealing with an inheritance and maybe have had to challenge people about that and stand up for something. Maybe you are always over fair, and maybe it's something like that. It could be a relationship that has ended and you've had to stand up for yourself and say, no, this is actually what's more fair, because it feels like something's been unfair. You get the 5 of Swords, and the 5 of Swords, it can talk about playing games. Here it shows someone gambling. And this is your energy. This is the card representing you. So I wonder if you might be feeling the need to, being tempted to gamble. And maybe that's the thing, is that you need to be more wise about investments and stuff like that. And I feel it comes back to this Dylan's bowl, the Saint Germain, is loving yourself enough to make wise choices for yourself. Group 1. Let me get your cards, the other cards, and get clarifiers. Around you, you get the 5 of Wands. So and that's a judgment as well. So there's been maybe a lot of competition, but I feel like now that you've stood up for yourself, I feel like things are shifting. But I also think that there's a caution here with the 5 showing up in your energy. Let me see. 4 of Swords in the near future speaks about, I think that you are coming out of a place of retreat in a way, or retreating within yourself, and something is opening up because you have spoken up. Something is being revealed to you. Some answers or truths are coming forward. And in the near future, you get wise counselor in the reverse, the Hierophant. So maybe I feel that again is talking about practical matters, making things practical. Let's see. Beneath the deck, you have the Queen of Cups, which I think is linked to this Saint Germain, Dylan's bowl, love beyond time and space. Group 1, what I'm getting for you is a strong message about self-love, about putting yourself first. I think that you're the person that has put others first, and I think the next 2 weeks at least is about putting yourself first, learning that lesson, because I think in life we do need to learn that lesson, that the people we love are better off when we love ourselves, when we put ourselves first, because then we avoid resentment, we make ourselves strong, and then we give from a full cup. Essentially, that's what it's about. But there's something to do with money. Here, with the Princess of Coins in reverse, I think that you've been feeling like maybe someone's been taking, and now you've stood up for yourself. And sometimes that's uncomfortable, and the results are not what we want, but they help us shift. Because here you have the Wheel of Fortune saying that there's a shift, and maybe something, I feel really with the High Priestess in reverse there, something is being revealed, something is changing, some spiritual, maybe even gift or lesson is being revealed to you, dear hearts. I think your lesson here is also in relation to putting your dreams first. What are your dreams, Group 1? I think that's what you need to think about. You are, and look at the star also speaking about balance. Something's been imbalanced, and I feel like your lesson, even it might not even just be for the next few weeks, maybe even to the rest of the years, learning how to put yourself first without feeling guilty, and how to put yourself first, like in a self-loving way that allows you still to be the loving soul that you are. And I think one of your things is to think about what your dreams are. What are your dreams? What creates the balance for you? And look at this. You're healing. You are needing to think about healing. With the 10 of Coins, again, it's that what makes you happy? What is your wish fulfillment? Because the 10 of Coins is not just financial abundance, it's enjoyment of that financial abundance. It's senseless having a lot of financial abundance and then having no joy whatsoever. And that's what it's about. You're healing something in that regard. And it might be deep, deep healing from something you've learned from the past, something that's deep in your psyche, dear Group 1. And look, the 3 is also corresponding with that 3 of Swords. You might have been told that it's frivolous to spend money on yourself. So that I feel in the unconscious is you challenging these long-held beliefs. So there's some kind of long-held beliefs, I think, around money and enjoyment that you are maybe confronting. And it comes back to you putting yourself at the center. What are my dreams? I think that's your big question, group 1. With the 5 of Swords, you get the 10 of Torches. So, you know, the 10 of Wands is about taking on too many burdens. Now, this is about this gambling or playing fast and loose. So maybe because these feel like 2 extremes, right? And you are being asked to have a balanced approach, right? Your healing is about finding balance. So maybe in the past, you had this energy around you, or this energy around you, or 2 extremes where you'd work, play. I think for some of you that's the case. Work, play, not put away for yourself. Or some of you have put away too much and not had enough play. There's something here about finding a balance between the extremes. That's your work. With the 5 of Wands, you get the 6 of Wands here around you. So you might have, in this process of standing up for yourself, upset the apple cart, and that's okay. I feel like that's okay. You might have upset someone, and I think you need to be okay with that. You don't have to be the good person all the time. You know, the proverbial good guy. Maybe that's what you've been too long, and maybe you've been taken for granted because of that. Something is falling because... So you've set a whole lot of things in motion, I feel, group 1, by standing up for yourself, by doing something differently, by saying, okay, now I'm starting to put myself first. You are allowing a tower to fall because of that. And lots of people don't like the tower, but the tower is such a powerful and beautiful teacher, saying to us, you know, you might have thought the foundation was strong. You might have thought this way of being was working in your favor. Why? Because you're so used to it, right? And it's easy. It's hard to break old habits. And I think this is what's happening. You're breaking old habits. Which brings me to this 5 of Swords. You know, this could just be habits and your habitual way of work, and not having enough joy. Enjoyment, should I say. You can have joy, but maybe not enjoyment. And then in the outcome with the Hierophant and the Strength card in the reverse. I think I'm going to need to get a clarifier for that. Let me use my Cat Tarot for that, group 1. So I see Taurus and Leo there. I think that's a caution not to deplete yourself. And be open to change, because I think with the Hierophant in reverse there, it's suggesting going against what I feel is what is conventionally your way. And maybe your way is to control, you know, because the Strength card can be about controlling, and maybe you're learning to let go of control. And you know what, that control can also be in being the one that is always gregarious and giving. And, you know, sometimes we get so used to that, we find it hard to ask for help, you know. So let's see, one more. I'm trying to keep these short so I can put them on Judgment cards. So there's something big you are coming towards. All your major arcana in the near future are in the outcome, are in the reverse. Do you know what I'm seeing now? There's a big change coming. It might require you to look at ego, and by that I just mean, in this case, what are you comfortable with and what do you need to let go of? Because Judgment here might be in reverse, but I feel like this is saying that you have the power to shift a way of being now and shift a whole circumstance, because you're taking that power. And this love beyond time and space, you know what I'm feeling now? Please feel that music at the beginning, that sound. You are learning such a big lesson in love that you can love yourself and put yourself first without it meaning not being loving to others. I think you are about to open up to a world of different kinds of a different way of relating, and it's going to be so beautiful for you, group 1. That's the feeling that I'm having. Oh, and in your what you need, your advice is the dreamer, the fool. Yes, being willing to take this. Well, you've started on this, but being willing to see where this takes you. You know, you've started this thing in motion. It's almost like, don't go back now. Don't undo the good that you've done. You are closing out a cycle, or at least there's an opportunity here to really close a cycle of a way of being. You know, just to say, it could even be the way you relate to one person in particular, and you are completely shifting that. You have this chance to rewrite that and heal everyone in the process, dear group 1. I think this is so powerful. I think you're on a powerful healing journey, and you set it in motion, and just continue on that path. Okay, group 1, I send you lots of love. I love this. Oh, I just want to show this. So you got the death card, and now you have the universe. So you really are having this chance to really complete and tie up a cycle in a positive and constructive way and move on to your dreams. Okay, group 1, I send you lots of love. I will chat with you again soon. I'd love, if you've liked this reading, please give me a thumbs up and share with other like-minded souls, and yeah, comment if you are so inclined. I'll chat with you again soon. Bye. Welcome back, group 2. This is your card, and this is your sound. Beneath the deck, you have ego, the devil card in the reverse. Sorry, let me move that and put that there. So, group 2. Let me just have a look quickly. Okay, to me it looks like similarly to group 1, but in a much more physical way. And by physical, I mean obvious way. You took power, you stood up for something, you said, okay, this is what I want, this is how I would like it to be, etc. Could be demanding a raise, asking for a partnership, speaking up to a partner. You communicated your needs and wants, group 1 and group 2. And you set a new ball rolling. Okay. And you might have even upset someone in the process, which is group 1 has the same similar energy, but theirs is much more about a deep healing process they're going through, whereas yours is something to do with outward or way of being, maybe. Anyway, let's see. I'll do a quick round and then come back. So this is so interesting. They got the 10 of coins here in the upright. You get the 10 of cups in the reverse. So it's a similar question. What makes you happy? You need to think about what makes you happy and why you might push that away. Let me get a clarifier for your magician here, because I'm getting another vibe now. Let's see. Beneath the deck, you get the 2 of torches, like maybe getting ready for a new journey, I guess. But so you stood up for something, and maybe people misinterpreted your words or took your words to heart. But maybe you needed to do that, group 2. You really did communicate, I feel. You communicated and you said, hey, this is how I want things and this is how it must be. Could even be that you're in a position of authority and you've had to make decisions with people who are not playing the game, you know? And maybe it was difficult, but you did it anyway. And perhaps there is this situation where it's kind of threatened someone's happiness, maybe a partner's, maybe someone else's dreams. Your harsh words have maybe unsettled somebody, but I feel like you needed to do it. And now you need to, I think with the 10 of Cups here, you are needing to think about the things that don't make you happy and how you can close the cycle on those things. There's so many, group 1 also got this, but somewhere else. So you're closing a cycle on things that are not fulfilling for you. And that's why you've had to speak up for yourself. And I think that you want to move to a place where you have true joy and abundance. This is Mother Earth. This is the Empress. This is the card of Taurus. So it's like moving away from Virgo energy to a Taurus energy. And I guess, I should say Virgo in the negative here. It's like too much withdrawal, too much, maybe even hurting yourself, but moving to a more abundant. This is what you're wanting, and this is what's beneath the surface. I think what's happened is that this is what you are unlocking. A movement away from a time of loneliness. Maybe you've been in a relationship and it's been hard work. And you know that relationship, let's say it could be work as well, but it's been hard work. And you finally said, had to put your foot down about something. And you might not see it yet because right now the boat has been rocked. But I think it's leading you to this in like real joy and happiness. You have the 10 of Swords in the reverse, representing your energy with the 4 of Coins. Really a release of, I feel like you are releasing even this. Now the 4 of Coins can be like a holding on energy, not wanting to share. You are releasing this. And for some of you, I feel, and this might be someone else, it does represent you, but I'm feeling it could be this other entity where maybe you weren't getting enough. You were getting 4 coins when you should have been getting 10 coins. Do you know what I mean? Something like that. You worked for 10 coins and you were getting 4. Or you were in a situation where you were giving 10 and others were giving 4, or this person here, or this entity. And you're closing that cycle now. You're ending that cycle now. And around you get the Emperor in the upright with Temperance in the reverse. So I think that you maybe pissed someone off. But there's a lot of respect for this, your decision, I feel. And maybe what you've done has got someone acting, or this entity acting. Like, for example, in work, you might have spoken up. Let's say you are the director of an organization. You've spoken up to the board and you said, hey, by the way, this is so unfair. I don't have this, no benefits, whatever the case might be. And it's shaken them out of their sense of complacency. Oh, gosh, we thought we were doing things correctly and we don't want to lose this person. And now someone's acting on your behalf. If it's a relationship, the same kind of sentiment. It's shaken something up. In the near future, you get the 3 of Coins with the 8 of Swords. So you are really releasing something towards relationships and partnerships that work for you, that support you, that cooperate with you. Could be in the same situation or somewhere else. And then in your outcome, you have the Page of Wands and the Knight. The Knight. So something is shaken up, I feel. I feel this is like the Tower. And I guess this is the big thing for me, is it might not be as clear as you want it to be. The outcome might not be clear, but I feel like you are being asked to trust with the Fool card here. You are being asked to trust that you are being guided to a place of where it's smooth sailing. It's no more rocky waters. And I guess with the reason you got Buddha's Delight, Neptune Gold, is that you are reminded to just laugh. Just laugh. When it feels overwhelming, just laugh. Because you've done something big here, I feel, group 2. And, you know, I think that when we do the brave things, we set in motion different things, and sometimes we can't even see them, or we don't even attribute them to our action. But I feel you've set in motion a new way, a new situation. With you, it's a situation. With group 1, it's a new way of them being. You are setting in motion a new situation for yourself. Really. Let me get one more from. You get the Ace of Cups, and it wasn't sure if it was upright or reversed, but it is like a new beginning. A new beginning. I think that you are stepping into an energy of more joy. Of more joy, and also where you're not going to have to be fight for everything. I feel. Let me get one more. King and Queen of Wands. Yeah, maybe you're moving away from a relationship that was conflictual. Though both the Queen and King of Wands are holding their wand upright, like, and maybe you're moving towards and it was burdensome to something that's more loving, because you've done this, a situation that is more loving. Okay, let me leave it there, because it's like I'm trying to find something, the answer, and whereas this is telling us that the answer will be revealed, and you are actually being guided on a journey of like you've listened to the guidance, you acted on your own best interests, and now, hey, who knows where this journey is taking you, but you've done something amazing, and you've set in motion something beautiful. And I feel like it's almost like you are moving towards something that honors you more, but the form of it you don't know right now. Okay, group 2, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this has helped you. I'd love it if you give me a like and share and subscribe, and if you haven't, and a comment as well, and I will chat with you again soon. Bye. Welcome back, group 3. This is your card, and this is your sound. beneath the deck, you get the Nine of Cups in the reverse. In the near past, what I feel has brought you here, there's been breaking free of something. You've broken free of something that had you stuck. It could be, I'm feeling that it might be an institution like a relationship. It could be for some of you, this is what you are wanting to do. You are deeply needing to break free, but don't know how. For some of you, you have broken free and it's released you to receive love, an offer of love, maybe, or something that is more close to your ideal. Because here, there's a wish that hasn't come true. It might have been a marriage or some job that you thought was everything and it hasn't turned out that way. And for some of you, you are needing to release. Break free in some way, maybe speak up or whatever, because but I think that many of you have in some way broken free, and there's a bit of tension here because maybe you are wanting to offer yourself to another job, another person, you're full of love for something. Maybe this job, this person, the situation wasn't ideal, but you're wanting to free yourself, or you have freed yourself and want to make an offer elsewhere. However, the block is communication. The block is communication, it looks like, or fear, the fear that this won't be everything you wished it to be. There's some kind of thing like that going on. What you need to think about is you've got lots of earth energy, like I feel you're dealing with a Capricorn or Virgo, not necessarily, but someone who might be behaving either in a withdrawing way or in a controlling way, or maybe a bit of both. But what you need to think about is what do you really need? That's a big question for everyone. I think that you in particular, group 3 are needing to retreat into who are you and what is it that the hermit retreats and finds answers within. You are needing to do that. I think there might be fears about your next steps, especially with this Six of Swords in the unconscious here. This is what you're worried about. Will this ship take me to where I want to go? You are feeling like, even though you might have, maybe you're feeling powerless in the situation. I feel there's deep love here, a love for something or a passion for something, but you might be feeling stuck in something else. And here this card tells me that you are feeling like there's nothing you can do. Maybe because, see, there's the 10 of Swords here, which talks about betrayal. Maybe you're afraid that if you walk away, something will happen. You'll be hurt. Wow. And here in the near future, you have the 3 of Coins. And this group 1 got this in the upright, and you've got it in reverse here, which is telling me that you probably are going to go into a phase, and maybe this is what your fear is, of working alone or doing something, or being alone or not feeling like there's cooperation around you. Because I feel like you are needing or wanting to change something. So you might not get cooperation because the other person maybe, or this institution might not like that you are now wanting your freedom. And but I feel like with the 9 of Cups, this is so, reminds me of the 7 of Cups. It's almost like saying you need to think about what is your wish fulfillment. This is so interesting because you've got similar kinds of, it feels like everyone's needing to think about what is it I really want. And here in the near future, in the outcome, you have the Page of Cups, which is like a new beginning. Okay, I must come back to the tuning the heart. Whatever's going on, I feel like you are being guided to look at what it is, to feel what it is that makes you joyful, what that not even makes you joyful. Group 3, you are needing to work with your heart. That's why this has come up. I think that you need to listen to that music, that the singing bowl that we played for yours daily in the next 2 weeks, and then just feel into your heart. Maybe let that be your meditation. Just sit with that, because there's a big heart opening here happening for you. And I think that heart opening is about you learning to be honest with yourself about what it is you truly want. And that's a start. That's a start towards fulfilling your own wishes. You have the star card there, you know, in the advice. Really, it's like everyone's being asked to look at what it is they truly want, and but in such a different kind of energy. So yours is very much about being heart-based. I think this is a difficult time for you, Group 3. Do you know? Sometimes so long we've told ourselves that who am I to have what I wish for, you know, that we believe it. And look, you get the star card, which to me is saying, look, that's this on steroids, and it's upright, that you have a right to have your wishes fulfilled. You have the right to have a partnership that works for you. Be joyful in a relationship, be loved, be in a work that is fulfilling. But we do have to do the inner work or the outer work to get there. And I think that you're on the beginning of this journey, and I think that you're needing to do it with a lot of love, a lot of this pink heart energy. Maybe wear pink a lot, Group 3. So with the... So I feel like you might still be feeling stuck in this energy, but... Do you know when we sabotage something, maybe unintentionally, right? You say have an affair or mess up on a project or whatever. And sometimes we think, oh gosh, I messed up and we can come down on ourselves and the whole world can come down on us, right? But maybe that's your soul. That was your soul saying, hey, I need something different, whether it's the new job or need to be in a different position, doing something I'm passionate about. I hate this, or this person, not I hate this person, but this work, or I'm not happy here. Or it can even be acting out in a relationship, and the consequences, the immediate consequences might be negative, but they are your soul crying out and speaking your truth. Maybe you haven't for a long time, but I feel like you're still in that energy of not knowing what the next steps are, of feeling still stuck. And it's okay, you know. And there's this new love, but you feeling powerless to express it maybe. You are feeling like... maybe you're feeling overburdened by the role of mothering, or let me say parenting. And so it's almost like you can't, you're torn between loving yourself and doing what's right for you and doing what's right for family maybe, which can come back to the work thing, right? If you just walk away from a job, you don't have the income that you need. So it's a bit of a difficult one for you, I feel. With the you get the 8 of Wands with the 6 of Swords. You know, I feel like right now, there are unhappy feelings. There is this feeling of being stuck. And you know what I feel, Group 3? This is where you are and this is where you need to be. There are lessons. You're not going to stay here. There's almost like you are... it's part of your journey of starting to honor yourself in some way. But part of that is being where you are and experiencing it for what it is. With the Hanged Man and the Six of Swords in reverse and the Eight of Wands in reverse, it's like saying, okay, this is where it is. And I think you kind of need to accept that and do this inner work. It's not time for risks. It's not time for jumping. It's time for this inner work, dear hearts. That's why I feel you are stuck. You're not really stuck. You are just needing to see things from a different perspective. You are needing to chill. You are needing to gain some inner wisdom about a situation, about your next steps. Don't be hasty. In the unconscious, you have the Six of Swords and the King of Swords. I feel there might be a difficult energy around you, a person that you're having to deal with. So I really do feel there's a sense of feeling stuck with this. And maybe that's why you are needing this. And this loving energy is also directed towards yourself. But you don't even have to do that. Just listen to that music and wear pink, I feel, and focus on the heart chakra, heart center. And, just fill yourself with loving energy. I think that's what this situation calls for. So that you have your boundaries up. And so no, it's like, here, what I'm feeling here, sticks and stones can break my bones, but words won't hurt me. Which is a bit of a problem, I guess. But anyway, I feel like that's your protection. Don't put yourself in a harmful situation by acting in a way that might hurt you. Do you know what I mean? This is very heavy here, Group 3, I feel. But I do think that it's a turning point, or it's a catalyst. Whatever's gone on is a catalyst for a new, for you starting to honor your needs, and just honoring them is a step in the right direction, You don't have to be stuck. You might be stuck for now. So there's you feeling a lack of power and feeling unable to walk away. So I would say just accept that for now and tell yourself and remember this. It will not stay this way forever. It will not. And then around you is this. I feel you're it looks like an earth sign or some stubborn energy around you. Someone that may be withdrawing, or maybe somebody else is walking away, or maybe they will walk away. Because they also need to look after themselves, right? This thing will be resolved, Group 3. It will be resolved, maybe not now. You need to do certain bits of work, but it will be resolved. With the Three of Coins, you get the Seven of Cups. Maybe you need to spend this time dreaming about what the ideal partnership would be, what you want. What is your wish fulfillment? Because you get the Seven of Cups, you get the Nine of Cups, the Star twice. It's so beautiful. I've even forgotten about that. So trust. You've got the Star twice. That's about wish fulfillment. It's about hope and healing. So trust that that's where this is all going to. Here with the Hermit, maybe this partner, feels betrayed or has betrayed you. But it seems to me that they are withdrawing, and maybe they need to do that. So allow whatever needs to happen. But don't do anything that's going to put you in a situation where you might be physically hurt, I feel. In the outcome, Page of Cups, the Four of Swords, there will be movement. There will be movement and a new beginning in love because you are doing this. That's what I feel here. You'll feel a shift, I feel. In the next 2 weeks, you'll feel a shift. You'll see a shift. And then with your advice, you have the Star card and the Six of Coins. So there's the Six of Coins again showing up saying, what is fair? What is fair to all parties involved? That's what you need to think about. And how do you not on your own, with spirit, with guidance, bring about healing and wish fulfillment for all parties involved. So I think it's your duty to look out for yourself, but you might be a parent. So looking out for yourself is also looking out for them, right? Because most parents don't feel their hearts are not, their wishes are tied up with their children's wishes. You know, it's just the way we are wired, or we have been wired. So, and it's not a bad thing. So I think that's what you are needing to think about, but you also need to think about within that what your wishes are, because the more fulfilled you are, the more the others can be, right? So I feel you need to be doing some dreaming and wishing and asking and putting out there, but also accepting group 3 where you are, and accepting it as guidance, as divine love, saying, okay, this is where I am, this is where I need to be. Let me be here so that I can listen for the guidance on the next steps. And while you're doing that, you are also doing your wishing and hoping and being clear about what it is. What is your vision for the future? And holding on to that. Okay, group 3, I'm going to leave it there. A very interesting reading, sending you really lots of love as you go through this, for now, difficult journey maybe, but there's so much hope and healing around you, and this journey is not for nothing. Okay, group 3, sending you lots of love. Please give me a like if this has helped you, and subscribe if you haven't, and share with others. And please leave a comment if this has helped you. I'd really love to hear your feedback. I'll chat with you again soon. Bye. Group 4, you have Earth Anchor, Earth Vortex, Platinum, Empowerment, remembering your legacy. Wow. These are beautiful, and this is your sound. So think about this, or hold this in your mind and heart while you listen to the sound that's about to play. Beneath the deck, you get the 4 of coins in the reverse. I don't think that's such a bad card to get in the reverse there. Okay. So in the near past, you have the Knight of Coins. So, okay, what I'm seeing here for you, Group 4, you have been working on something. Look at the Knight. Working on plans or planning or doing a work, like creating the coin, working on something that you hope will bring you your legacy, maybe. But you've been working hard on something, and it's been slow but steady. That's the beauty of the Knight of Coins. It's you have your dream and you're reaching out, and this is very concrete energy. So you've been working on something that looks like it's going to bear fruit, maybe soon, with the 10 of Coins there. Maybe this thing is moving you from the 4 of Coins, where you have just enough maybe, and so you've got you might not even have to put away, to a place where you have more than enough, and you can share. Lovely. I love it. You have at the center the 2 of Wands. You are ready for a new phase in your journey. You're ready to step out into the world, it feels like, and maybe you have stepped out into the world, but what that would mean is like You're contemplating something very new and different, a new way of being, a new way of relating in the world, a new job, a new something. But I feel like this is something you've been working on. So maybe you've even created a prototype for something and you're about to share that with the world, you know. Maybe you're in a company that's your partner and you're about to share that with the world. Yeah, nice one. And then with the Ace of Swords here, it says brilliant ideas that may need refinement, overcoming obstacles with faith. So this is the page of, yeah, Ace of Swords, sorry, Ace of Swords, new beginning, a new beginning, communicating about something. Wow. It's very positive energy, very positive. So being incisive. So maybe it's putting stuff out there with confidence, this thing that you've worked on, or even maybe you have worked hard on creating a sound foundation and a new job offer comes in, and this is you putting your best you forward with pride kind of thing. But this card is also a card of victory. And then what you need to think about is, what is your stability and joy? And I think group 1 got that as well. That's a 4 of Wands. It's about stability, but also joy, you know. And what I said to group 1 was, you know, it's senseless having all the stability, but without the joy, like working hard and not enjoying it. I think they got a different card. It's a different, but that kind of sentiment is coming up. In the unconscious, you have the Queen of Cups. This is a loving energy, or someone withholding love. Maybe, okay, let me think about this. Queen of Cups in this context. So maybe there will be, I want to say evil eye, maybe there will be resistance to this. Maybe there will be resistance or fears come up. Yours or other people's fears. Just see it as fears. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to get clarifiers. You have the moon representing you. It's like moving into a completely unknown. And the kind of, I think that this is where you need to be, is like have an open-hearted approach. Because, you know, that open-hearted approach is saying, I'm living in the now and I'm listening to my intuition in the now, you know. Letting go of worry, just trusting in the unknown is what I'm getting. And then around you is the 10 of Cups in the reverse. So I feel like whatever's going on here for you might be making other people afraid. The loved ones maybe. Yeah, that's what I see. Well, in the near future, you get the King of Wands, suggesting you taking up your power. Like, so you've done all this hard work. Now it's time for, so this is like planning. Now it's time for more overt action. This is action, but slow and steady. Now there seems to be the need for this, taking command of something. Very interesting. And then in your outcome, you get the 10 of Coins. So this feels like more emotional fulfillment, or people feeling like they will lose their emotional fulfillment if you move on or whatever. And there's you moving on to a place of emotional and financial abundance and fulfillment. We'll come back to that later. So this might just be other people's fears. This is your fears. But trust in the unknown is what the moon is saying to you. And beneath the deck, you get the 10 of Cups as well. Wow, everyone's got this 10 of Cups. Thinking about what your dreams are. Sure. Okay, so here's you being very industrious, going within, doing the hard planning, the hard inner work. and actually removing you from yourself, listening to inner guidance and working on that, whatever it is you've been working on. This is you moving forward now, getting ready to move forward. These are both two energies. This is not a two, but it has that energy of two moving forward, like maybe in a partnership, or you taking two aspects and moving forward. That's what I feel more. This is you getting ready to move out into the world. Maybe you've had a backer or partner, but I feel like this partner is important because there's a partnership that or people around you that might be afraid of this new step out into the void. But look at this, it's like you are moving into a place where you are going to need two opposing aspects of yourself, or they might be two very different types of things. So you're going to need the plodding, planning type part of you, and you'll need the more gregarious part of you. So it's almost like there's the part that plods and works, and then there's the part that does the marketing or whatever it is, like speaking to people, sharing the product or whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but it feels like that kind of energy. It's like you've worked hard on something, now it's time to share it with the world. Or maybe thinking about what that looks like, right? And then with the Ace of Swords here, there is a really new beginning, something that you can mark down as having completed or being victorious in this planning stage now. It's like you're moving out of the planning stage, and maybe that's what the Eight of Cups is here to show you. So yes, it's time to move out of the planning stage now, dear hearts. It's like to the next phase of whatever this is. You have, with the Four of Wands, you get the Strength card. So fears, there's fears coming up again, like ego. Maybe you are working with this idea of ego. So look at that. Yeah, what is, let me just think about that a little bit. So you need to think about your stability and how you, maybe for you, it's important that you have this without harming others. So think about that, without hurting people. Maybe that's important to you, Group 4. Let me get one more there. Wow. Ace of Swords again. It's victory. Gosh, I think that the fact that you would be concerned about this is an indication that it's not likely to happen, that you're not going to be arrogant or become... I think it's something like that you're worried about. But look at this victory that's waiting for you. I think put those concerns aside right now. You're focused on getting your just desserts, I feel, in a way. With the Queen of Cups in the reverse, you get the Five of Torches. So there is this competitive energy around you, or a feeling, maybe fearfulness, or I feel it's competition, like maybe someone's nose is out of joint, or people's noses are out of joint. That's what I'm seeing here. And then with your energy, you get the Moon. So it's Cancer and Capricorn. Wow, that's so interesting. Opposite star signs here. So, but it's that energy of two opposites, with the Two of Wands there as well. It's earth and water. So the Moon, there's your fears. This is you being trapped in the fear, right? And you don't have to be afraid. Here's this thing about power and ego again. I think you have fears around power and ego, maybe others' egos. But I feel like Group 4, your journey now is to trust. Look, you get the Fool here in your advice. So your journey is to go within while you are acting, because I feel you're moving into a very active phase. You've been withdrawing and doing the planning. Now you're moving into an active phase. And it's a different phase. So accept those fears. But know that your fears are just part of you being guided. that within those fears is your intuition, are the answers. Let me get one more here. I think you're afraid of what you might need to let go of, and maybe it's things that are addictive. Maybe you're moving into a very highly active phase, and you're worried about what you need to let go of, like the things that take up time that are not really serving you. And of course, those things are important now and then, you know, to indulge in a binge watch or whatever. But when they become destructive and get in the way of this action that's needed, maybe that's part of the fear that you have. Yeah, you just look at that and think about what those fears are. And then around you is the Morning and the Ten of Cups in reverse. So there's a shift happening here. Maybe there's a new beginning in the support that you get, the loving support that you get. Maybe you haven't so far. And it could even be a partner who has a shift in consciousness. They come along for the ride, whereas before they might have been afraid. Or it could just be a shift in your perspective, or you might see a shift in some way in the support that you get. There's a new beginning here. And then with the King of Wands, you get the Queen of Coins. So I really feel like your next 2 weeks are going to be a lot of action. A lot of action. And you might not see your rewards yet. It's more doing the actions now. And it could be that you have to spend in order to get things moving. Maybe that's why the Queen of Coins is showing there in reverse. Okay, I'll get more. Let me put these two. The Devil. Who do you work with and who don't you work with? There's a question, I guess. Let's see. And the Lovers, making choices. And beneath the deck is the Eight of Coins, but it doesn't matter. It's working hard on something that's been established. But here, Seven of Wands. And there's a need to stand up for yourself here. Yeah, don't let your fears keep you stuck. Rather, let them be a guidance inward to your deepest knowing and deepest intuition. When you feel fearful, take a break. Do this. Listen to your vortex, your energy, empowerment, remembering your legacy. There's something really big going on here for you, I feel. Standing up for yourself. I'm very curious about this Devil. Anyway, let me leave it. Here it's like choices. I think you might be have choices about the actions you take and what you need to spend money on, what is worth and what it's not, maybe, in putting this thing, doing the next steps of this thing that you've been working on. And here in the outcome, you have the Ten of Coins with the Princess of Swords. So a lot of communication. Again, Page of Swords, communication. It's almost like abundance coming in, but you need to communicate clearly about what it is you want and need there. And then in your advice, you get the Queen of Swords. There you go. Big thing. Communication. Being very 100% clear about what it is you want and need. Communicating your needs. It's almost like taking charge of that. So and trusting, being willing to take risks, calculated risks. Yes, that's okay. 2 messages. The Queen of Swords is very intelligent, so it's calculated risks, but also taking charge and saying, being discerning, you know, with the lovers there as well, making choices. This goes there, that goes there. I don't know what it is that's going on for you, but it looks really interesting. It's that kind of thing. That's what you need to take forward with you, group 4. Lovely reading. I hope this has helped you. I'd love your feedback. And yeah, please give me your comments and like, share, subscribe, and you know, the tutti. And I'll chat with you again soon. All the best with whatever it is that's going on. Bye, group 4.